Hello, how are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner, and I have a quick little project for us today. They're kind of cool, right? So, I quilt, and one of my favorite quilts is a crazy quilt, and I said, well, why not make crazy tags? So I did. So, I'm going to get everything out, all the supplies and stuff, and I will be right back, and then we'll walk through the supplies, and then we will get started on this one, okay? So let me grab everything and I'll be right back. Some supplies. You're going to want a plain piece of cardstock, doesn't matter what the color is, whatever color you want. You're going to want a paper trimmer that can go through at least 5 sheets of paper. You're going to want some paper that you want to make your tags out of. Ink and a dauber, it's kind of optional. Glue, very important. And then whatever you want to decorate. A hole punch, reinforcers if you want them, corner rounder if you decide you want to round the corners. Let's see, anything else? Pair of scissors. And that's about it. So, I'm going to get everything out of the way here, and we're going to get started with picking our paper and getting them cut, and I'll be right back. So I have a pad here. This is from K & Company, and I don't really want scraps unless they're going to be big enough. I know that sounds so strange, doesn't it? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick 5 pieces of paper. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. Let's see, I've already got one tan one. This one. This one. Ooh. This one. And let's see. We need one more. We need one more. Let's do this one. Okay. So after we've selected our 5 pieces of paper, we're going to do some cutting. Now, obviously, we want to get rid of the top. So we're going to put these in. Get rid of the top piece. Okay? That one and this one. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut these to the size we want the tag to be. So I'm going to do 3 by 6. All right. So I'm going to actually cut this like 3 1/8 by 6 1/8. And that'll make sense in a second. So I'm going to put these in, all lined up. I need to make sure that they are perfectly lined. Then 6 1/8, which I can't do on this cutter. Let me get the other one. Ha ha ha. All right, and then 6 1/8. Making sure they're all perfectly lined up and squared, okay? All right. So now that I have those, I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need those. Use those for something else. Get rid of the tops. We don't need those. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be brave. Making sure that we keep these all together. We're just going to put them in our trimmer and just randomly cut. Doesn't matter where we cut them. We just want to randomly cut. And then we're going to just stack them. And you want to make 5 or 6 pieces. Okay? Making sure that you keep them together. Okay. 6 pieces. All right, now that I've got those done, I'm going to clear my desk and I'll be right back. All right, so now for the next part, we're going to basically lay out our 5 tags. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the next piece. But we're going to move 1 over. Okay. 3, 4, and this one is number 5. And then the next one, we're going to move 1 more over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next one, move 1 over. Next one, move 1 over. And we are here. And then the last one, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's all of our pieces laid out. All right? Now, the first one is the one we're going to be massively concerned with. These other ones we can actually kind of stack up and set them in a pile. And that'll make sense in a second. But we're going to go ahead and stack these up. Okay, this is the one we're going to be concerned with. This is our first one. So if you're going to ink, go do that now. You can ink them all, or you can ink one. I suggest when you're getting started, you ink just one. Just ink all the edges here, and then come back. I'll be right back. Once you have all your edges done, you're going to bring back in your solid piece of cardstock. As I said, it doesn't matter what color this piece of cardstock is or what kind of cardstock it is. It can be blue, pink, purple, whatever color you want, okay? And we're going to start putting together our pieces. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back. And then I'm going to line this up in the corner. Put it down. Okay, it's important that I get this straight because every piece after this depends on the piece before it. Next one. Lining it up. Just like a puzzle. This one. Now you can use as many pieces of paper as you want. You could do like 12 and just keep moving them one over as you put them back together, and you would end up with all different kinds of patterns. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this last piece on, and then I'm going to get out my trimmer and I'm going to show you the next step. Okay? So I'll be right back. Once it's on there and it's dry, we're going to trim it. Now this is not going to be a perfectly straight line, so we're going to make it straight. That's why we put that little bit of extra on there. This is going to be a straight line, but maybe not exactly perfect. And this side is going to be a little bit off. Okay? A little bit off the top. And there's our base. Okay? Let me get all this out of the way. So that's our first tag. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish the rest of these real quick, and then I'll be back with the whole stack and we'll move on to the next part. I'll be right back. All right. So I have them all done. I cut them all out, trimmed them all, and now I have a nice stack of them. So the next step is to turn them into tags. There's a couple of ways I can do it. I can round the tops. I can cut the tag into a tag shape. I can use my tag trimmer, whatever it is I want to do. And I'm going to see if I can find. Let's do this one. So I'm just going to line this up on here. I'm going to use my scissors and take off this piece. And then I'm going to turn that over and do the other side. And let's see, this one I think we'll do on the other end. And so this one I'm going to round it, I think. And of course I can use a tag punch if I want to. Alright, we'll get that on there. Turn that. Move it over. Turn this side. Like that. Now maybe I want to do, you know, something a little more fancy. I could do that. And let's do this one. We're just going to do it. Let's do it with a deeper top. And I'm going to do this one on the other side. I'm just going to line up my guide. Turn that off. Turn this over. Line up my top and bottom. Turn that off. And there I have all of my tags. So now my next step is going to be to, you know, touch up my ink, because obviously I just trimmed a whole bunch of ink off the edges of these. So we'll come in. If I'm going to round my bottom corners, now would be a good time to do that. And if you have any white showing through here that you don't want to have showing through, you can just hit that with a marker, you know, if you're not totally accurate with your placement. And we'll round the bottom corners. It always helps to round the bottom corners because it makes it easier to put them, you know, into a pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I come back, we're going to get them all finished up. I'll be right back. So let's finish these up. I have a hole punch, some reinforcers. I have little bits of stuff here that I want to decorate with. And of course I have all of my tags. So what I'm going to do is just stack these up. Make sure they're, you know, even. And I'm just going to poke a hole here. And then I'm going to put reinforcers on these. And you can use any color that you want. I've got some here that are black, and I have some that are out of craft paper. You could certainly, you know, maybe use the same color as what you have on the back. That is entirely up to you. We're going to go ahead and put these on, and once we have these all on, then we're going to do, you know, a little quick decorating. And we'll add some, you know, tops to them. And right there. So this little circle, this reinforcer piece, is actually a die. And if you don't have a die that does this, you can use your hole punch and like a 1/2 inch circle, and just cut the 1/2 inch circle, put it on where you want your hole to be, and then punch a hole through both of them. Is kind of the most effective way of doing it. Okay, so we have that. And we're just going to decorate a little bit. Let's take a look. Just for the, you know, for time, I selected mostly stickers. There's some paper pieces here, but mostly it's stickers. Just because it's easier, you know, for time to get that on there. And let's... Yes, I know, that the age-old question, does the sticker really stick? Okay, so we have that one. And let's see. Oh God, no, that one's horrible. What was I thinking? I think we're okay on that for now. Let's take a look at this one. So this one has a giant butterfly wing on one part of it, so I'm going to go ahead and... Normally I would fussy cut this because I don't like the white, but we're just going to go ahead and ink and put that on. We'll work around it, you know. Okay. One. Let's go ahead and do this one. That. I'm going to get this one here. Let me do that right there. A little bit of ink. Because normally I don't decorate things, you know, in the videos, but I figured, what the heck? How long can this take, right? Forever! And then I'm going to add this one too. And this one's a washi sticker. And they tend to, I don't know why washi tape doesn't stick, but washi stickers do. It's just weird. Alright, so we got that one on there, and then we got this last one. What are we going to do? Kind of like him. Alright, so now once we have all of those done, then we're going to add, you know, our string to the top, our top pieces. And I'm going to be using some, let me get this out of the way real quick. I'm going to be using some organza ribbon. You can use anything that you want, but I have a lot of organza ribbon, so we're going to use this. I'm going to cut this 2 pieces, fold it. I'm going to put these in here and wrap them around. Now you don't have to put them, you know, and do, you know, the knot thing if you don't want to. We'll do it both ways, but there's the little loop. Hey man. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put my ends through, pull up, and then I'm going to pull each piece individually, because that kind of helps to lock it all in. And then I'm just going to bring these up and cut them at an angle. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and then when I come back, I'll show you what they look like when they're all finished. I'll be right back. So here they are. These are my beautiful tags, and these are the originals. And these are the ones that we just made. And, you know, I did the tops a little different. These 3 are just wrapped and pulled. This one is pulled up and has a little bow tied on it. This one is stapled. It's just pulled through, and it has just a staple to hold it in place. You just pull it up and take your stapler, give it a staple. That's it. That's all of it. So, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know, thumb, like, all that good stuff. You know, what else? I don't know. Maybe subscribe? That would be good. No, seriously. If you've been here this long, go ahead and subscribe. And check out my community tab. It tells you everything that I've got going on, when all my videos are going to be posting, if I'm going to be traveling, all that kind of stuff. And that list is also available in my Facebook group. You can go to my Ko-Fi, pick up a couple of free digitals if you'd like. Or you can go on over to my Patreon and show your support there. Even, you know, just the free 1 week's trial tells me that you support what I'm doing. So until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.